networking is not only is it a very powerful thing to help you with your professional network, it's remarkable how much the people that you meet in your professional space can actually be really helpful in your personal space as well. So I'm back home here at Stargazer Ranch after spending a couple hours this morning with Bluebird fiber. I got this cool little rock little thing from them. It's such a fun little toy. But the reason why it's a rock is because Bluebird fiber is in the underground in Springfield. And this is big, massive cave that's been converted into a place for warehousing. Well, Bluebird fiber has their data center in there. And I had met Angela Taylor, who's a sales rep with Bluebird fiber, when I attended the Springfield Tech Council back in March. And so when she found out that I'm part of a homeschool co-op, and so she said, why don't you bring the kids and come check it out? I'm like, can we even do that? I'm thinking, you got a bunch of children. They are not going to be people to be purchasing data center services anytime soon. She's like, no, she's like, we love to do tours. They love to educate children. They love to have tours of college students, students of all different ages to come through there. And then of course, us as the parents that are joining them, we have a great time as well. But anyhow, Angela and I coordinated for us to go in there. And so there was a group of, let's see, about 5 adults. Yes, 5 adults and 13 children. And we got a chance to check out so many cool things. Yes, we got to see the server room, which was really cool. But we also got to stand in a wind tunnel with these winds. I don't even know how many miles per hour that they were going. But we also had a chance to see like the generator and the backup systems and all sorts of interesting breaker rooms and whatnot. And what I love about it is this, is that Angela and Greg, the facilities manager, were so gracious to help educate us and these kids. And it's one of the things that just really struck me is how generous they were with their time in answering all these silly questions. They actually said that was something that they love, is the funny questions that the kids ask. But also for them to be pouring into that next generation of people who are going to potentially have those kinds of jobs. And so to educate and to help them to understand things about networking engineering and about electricity and plumbers and construction and facilities management and all of these different ways. And I think it's so helpful when we take our business connections and we can use that for good in our personal connections as well. And so as you're looking at doing effective networking in your life, I want to invite you to really think about who are some cool people that are in your professional world that you might be able to connect with them to the benefit of your children, maybe other kids in your community, etc., because you can really do some cool things together. And again, as I've done this with different people, I've really come to realize how much people love to pay it forward, right? It's that mentoring type opportunity. Now, it's not like Greg, the facilities manager, is all of a sudden like mentoring my 10-year-old daughter on how to become a facilities manager. I mean, hey, if that's something you want to do, he'd probably be happy to have more conversations with her. But even in that one time of being together for an hour and a half, Greg educated these kids and us as the parents so much about the things that the data centers are doing. And their data center is the kind where they use, for example, only about 100 gallons of water for the whole year. Most of what they use for cooling of their servers in the server rooms is just the wind. But because this is built in an underground cave-like area, because there was limestone that was mined out of it decades ago, they actually use the air to cool through the server area. And that's why it was so fun to stand in the wind tunnel to feel that cool air that was coming through. And that's what gets recycled. And that's not causing a bunch of environmental damage or anything. And so it was really great to be educated more about that and help our kids be educated on it and to connect with this great business in such a fun and unique way. So if you're in Springfield and you have not yet gone and done a tour of Springfield Underground, I recommend you get in touch with Angela Taylor of Bluebird Fiber. I'll put her contact information so you can reach out to her. They absolutely love taking companies and groups of people to go do this tour. And I'm not saying you have to like be a homeschooler or something, okay? But then the other thing too is think about who do you know that maybe you could reach out and say, hey, I know this kind of stuff. How can I be helpful to you? And that's exactly what I love about the example that I got from Angela Taylor. She's like, oh my gosh, Jen, you have a group of homeschoolers. She's like, why don't you come? And I didn't even know that that was a possibility. And I'm so glad that she suggested it. So if you're in that kind of place too, don't assume people know, right? Just reach out and say, hey, is this something that you're interested in coordinating? And it's very likely something that's going to work out. So look for those great ways to make a difference in your network. And if you're somebody who's like, I really want to grow and develop, and I want to be stronger and better in my networking and whatnot, that's something I love doing and love teaching about. So get in touch with me and we can talk more about what I can do to support you with that in your development. All right, my friends, remember always that as you're growing and developing, you become a stronger leader and you also have stronger teams. All right, my friends, get out there. Take care.